is this what it feels like, really? I know sometimes that we may talk about nonfiction books that kids are like, oh, I don't want to read about this, science or that or whatever. Just give me something I want to read. And I'm like, kids want to read this because it's awesome. And I get these glassy-eyed stares from students. I'm like, whatever. This book was like that for me, except I was expecting not to enjoy it, but I absolutely loved it. And as will kids 8 years old and up, History's Greatest Games is a non-fiction graphic novel series. The first one is Lionel Messi's World Cup triumph. And my knowledge of football is next to zero. It really is horrible. I've never seen a football game. And not because of any elitism or whatever. I just, too busy. Don't watch sports of any kind. I'm just not really a sports guy. And that's totally cool because I mentioned in the post that maybe you're a book kid or a sports kid or whatever, an athletic kid or a non-athletic kid. I'm just not really a TV sports guy. Never have been. My children aren't really, except for my youngest right now, who is full in on World Cup, and he's like, Messi, Messi, Messi. And I didn't even want to talk about his room. I didn't even know what country Messi was from, what country he plays for. Didn't even know his first name. Just not even on my radar of interest. That's what's all the more so surprising about this book, Lionel Messi's World Cup Triumph, because the title of the book kind of gives it away. It's all about the 2022 World Cup Championship in Qatar. Am I saying that right? I think I am. Because, again, football. Don't know much about it. And the finale, the final, it's not a movie, the final in the World Cup in 2022 was between France and Argentina. Oh, look, Messi plays for Argentina. Oh, like more the Hand of God guy. Now, I had heard about the Hand of God guy, but that's just through like viral YouTube stuff where I'm like, oh, he's the Hand of God guy from the 1986 World Cup. I have heard about that, but I didn't actually see it until after being motivated to go out and see it after reading Lionel Messi's World Cup Triumph. It's that impactful of a graphic novel where those non-soccer people, those non-football people are going to read it and say, wow, apparently the billions of football fans around the world are onto something. Maybe I should go check out some of these YouTube videos. Here is what the graphic novel does oh so fabulously. It recounts that final from 2022 between France and Argentina. And about 40% of the book is relayed by an announcer who kind of travels through time, goes through time, back in time, like when the World Cup first started, back when the Great Depression happened. See, I learned something from the book, and you will too. It traces the history of the World Cup, and it basically, the punchline, the finale, is 2022. And about 40% of the book is the replay of that game. And you say to yourself, it's glib to say, oh, soccer can be 0-0, 0-0. How can a book, a graphic novel about soccer or football, be entertaining? But it is, because when you look at the illustrations, look at these illustrations. It's like they run. It's like where you twist it, and my gosh, there's movement in this, and I want to watch and see. There is action in these illustrations that pushes the book along, even if you are football resistant, like me or another young reader kid who may be 8 years old or older, and they're like, I don't really like soccer or football, and I sure don't want to read, but this is where the book gets it, because if you're a football kid or a soccer kid and you're 8, you're going to want to read about Messi. You're going to want to read about the World Cup. And you probably already know about the 2022 World Cup final and how it was so dramatic. And it reads, I mean, this is where it's just stranger than fiction when you read it. It's like, wow, they should make a movie out of this. But they didn't have to make a movie out of it because it was the real deal that happened back in 2022. And it plays out really well with the illustrations. The illustrations in this book are, I'm going to call them photorealistic, because you look at them and it looks like a real person. And normally that would throw off younger readers because they may want something that's a little softer, a little more cartoonish or graphic novel-y, stereotypically graphic novel-y. But this is realistic, but it moves and it punches, and it really gives hope for the series, History's Greatest Games, to say, wow, if it can make me care about football, which I've never really cared about, and to seek out some of the World Cup games now, what could it do with another sport? I mean, do one on cricket or hockey. You could choose any sport and it would interest me, except cycling. I like cycling. But they could still do one on cycling and I would still probably dig it. Kids are going to love this book. If you've got a sports kid, man, they're going to jump to it really readily. If you don't have a sports kid and it's a book kid, they're going to jump into this and say, wow, maybe I should read more about football. Maybe I should play some soccer. It's a great graphic novel. Really is. Elementary school libraries, get this in your library if it's not there. Elementary school classrooms, especially you 4th, 5th grade classrooms. Get this, because you know those kids love Messi, and they'll love this book. It's Lionel Messi's World Cup Triumph, and it's going to be fabulous for ages 8 and up.